Okay, I'm assuming that you now have acquired a broad edged fibre tip pen of some description. Make sure that it is wide, about 5mm or the biggest you can get, because it's much easier to see your mistakes writing larger than it is smaller. I know you don't want to see your mistakes, but you should see your mistakes. Now let's do the first exercise. You've got to get used to using the pen, and if you put your pen on the paper, you can draw down a full width line like this. But what generally happens is that because you're used to using a ballpoint pen or a sharp writing instrument of some description, you tend to put weight onto the corner of the pen rather than using the full width of it. So what will happen, probably to a good 50% of you, I should think, if you're doing it for the first time, is that you will get a stroke which looks something like this. Okay, or maybe it will look like this. Okay, now the reason I've done that is to show you that I'm putting too much pressure on this one on the right hand side of the nib and on the other one on the left side of the nib, and it's breaking up down the sides. So what you have to do is to try to make the nib sit nice and flat and even on the paper, and then you can draw a nice solid line. So the first exercise is to do this: draw nice solid lines and keep them evenly spaced if you can, because evenness and uniformity are part of calligraphy, very important part of calligraphy. So do a load of those. Now don't just do 6, do a lot, and be aware of when it's breaking up on one side to shift your emphasis towards the side that it's breaking up. Nice and even strokes. Okay, that is the first exercise. When you've done a few of those, twist your pen angle round to about 45 degrees and do some smallish sawtooth patterns like this. Keep it about 2 nib widths in height, nice and even. Slide up on the thin edge, down on the thick edge, up on the thin edge, down on the thick edge, like that. Don't do these too big. I often see people doing very large ones, but you don't need to. Just evenness is the important element here. Now when you get bored with doing the sawtooth pattern, try doing a sort of scallop, curved scallop pattern like this. Not too big. Hold your pen at about 30 degrees, 45 degrees is okay. Just repeat this and repeat it slowly. Do it slowly. If my classes are anything to go by, everybody thinks it's a race, and what you should be striving for is evenness in this pattern, just like with the sawtooth pattern. Evenness. Okay, not too big. Oops, pen's missing a bit. do a few thousand of these. Dedicate about an hour to this practice, half an hour minimum. Don't just do a few. Okay, so there's those two, and also don't forget the vertical lines, keep them equally spaced. You can do these as long as you like, as long as you keep them parallel and equally spaced, not too far apart. That one's a bit close. Okay, so that's your initial exercises. So I'll see you in the next video.